Buffing on WSMN 1590 AM and 95.3 FM. Streaming at WSMN.live.
The views and opinions of the following show do not reflect those of WSMN, its owners, and/or associates.
Lisa and Robin are two fun friends diving deep into conversations where nothing is taboo. They believe in eating dessert before dinner and wearing the bikini. They're allergic to labels, authority, and cheap shoes. Currently, they're launching themselves through life being the good time, bold enough to take risks and inquisitively asking, what's next? They hail from New Hampshire, but they could be anywhere dressed in cute clothes. If they had to share a tombstone, it would read, "Curiosity killed these cats." Your hosts, Lisa and Robin on the mic.
Welcome to Lisa and Robin on the mic. You are listening on WSMN 1590 AM, 95.3 FM. You can watch, stream, and listen on WSMN.live, as well as we're up on YouTube and Spotify, everywhere you find your favorite podcasts and radio shows. Don't forget to like us and subscribe to the various channels. We have Spotify, we have Apple Podcasts, we have YouTube, we have Instagram, we have Facebook. We're everywhere.
We are everywhere.
We're everywhere.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Subscribe.
What do the kids say? Smash that like button.
Yes.
Smash the subscribe button, maybe.
Yes.
Smash something.
It's smash or pass, I think. And I didn't know what that meant.
Yeah, I don't know what it
I
means.
think smash. So, random thoughts this morning
Yes.
coming in. So I'm driving down the road and I'm trying to just like empty my brain from like all of just, have
Life.
a reset. Yes. But then I'm like, okay, I wonder what Lisa's random thoughts are. Like, so I'm driving by and I'm like, Aldi. There's Aldi's. I'm like, I don't think I've ever been in Aldi's. Like, where do they get their food from?
So it's a German company. So Real Estate Lisa knows all these answers because I was looking at a commercial property that was vacant and I was like, what would go in there for the square footage? And I had read some articles about how Aldi is trying to expand. And the last time I went to Florida in December, there were Aldi's where a lot of the Wawas used to be.
Oh.
So I'm like, okay,
So
interesting.
the Wawas are like convenience stores, gas station convenience stores?
Wawas are like small supermarkets.
Oh.
Like 15,000 square feet, 20,000 square feet, almost more, not like a Market Basket, but more of like what Shaw's, maybe like Shaw's are a little bit smaller.
So I feel like they're about the same size, like Whole Foods size maybe? Whole Foods is smaller than
Market Basket.
Yeah.
So on the smaller side. And so I found out they were a German company, that they have a cult following. People who like Aldi love Aldi. So I was like, oh, I should go shop in one to see what the cult-like experience is. It is extremely inexpensive compared to some of the other supermarkets, but you're not going to necessarily get everything or every brand that you like. And, I only went twice and I was like, oh, okay, they don't have this type of fruit or they don't have this, which is not the end of the world.
Well, I heard their vegetables are decent. Like,
Yes.
the vegetables are cheap and inexpensive, but I don't know about, like, where do they get their meat from?
So I don't have an answer to that question,
I was like,
but I will
don't
tell
know.
you two things that I noticed that I was unaware of. You have to have a quarter to get the carriage.
Oh.
So you put in a quarter and it releases the carriage from the stack. And then when you return it, you get your quarter back.
Oh.
So it's a way of not having people
It's
go
like the
through.
airport.
Yeah. People not having to, they're not paying staff to run around the parking lot, collect the carriages.
Well, that's smart.
And then they charge you for bags and you have to bag yourself. So if you don't bring bags, which I hadn't the first time, then you don't know how many bags you need, but you have to pay for bags. And then you take all of your stuff, which you put back in the cart. Then you go over to this little area and then you bag your own groceries. And I didn't have enough bags, so I had to wait back in line.
After you paid?
After I paid
Oh
to
my
get
gosh,
more
I wouldn't do that. I guess maybe I'd have to go and scope it out first. But
So-
now that I know, but
Right. So I didn't know that. So I was like, okay, so you need to bring your own bags if you don't want to be paying for bags and guessing the bag thing.
Right.
And so, but it does have a cult-like following. And they are looking to expand. I think they're trying to get 700 new stores by 2030, which is only a few years away.
So is it off market? Is it off market? Is it all German stuff that's imported?
No. It's, I mean, normal brands. Like I didn't find necessarily, there's 10 different brands at the supermarket.
Yeah.
It wasn't that extensive of the brands.
Yeah.
But it's an interesting, I went there because someone told me at the time they just got 5 Christmas cactuses for $25.
Oh.
And I was like, well, I want 5 Christmas cactuses. And I
Yeah.
went and there were no Christmas cactuses at the one I went to. So, but it is people who go love Aldi.
Wow.
They love it.
I'll have to go in and check it out.
Yeah, we have one in Nashua. We
I
have
saw
one in
it
Manchester.
and I was like, "What is that?" I've never. I was always assumed that it was a grocery store, but I'm like, wow. So definitely things that I think that I'm sheltered in.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of my takeaways this morning. So then I passed an abandoned Rite Aid, and I'm like, did all Rite Aids go out of
Okay,
business?
so Real Estate
'Cause-
Lisa 101
Yes.
here. So Walgreens is a triple net. So they're a pharmacy, right?
Yes.
And they don't own their own real estate, so they usually rent locations. And in the COVID expansion, they took over Rite Aid. They bought up Rite Aid,
Who did?
Walgreens.
Oh.
But many of the Rite Aids were within very close proximity to their Walgreens, so they were dividing their own revenue by their own stores.
Right.
So then they shut them all down because, they expanded too much,
Yeah.
too quickly, too fast, and then they didn't benefit from getting additional locations. They just got a lot of locations. It's not like they got new business from it
Yeah.
because there was already the business there, and then there was the Rite Aid business, but they were just dividing. Now some people were going over to,
Yeah.
they didn't benefit.
Yeah.
They didn't add revenue.
Because I was like, that building has been right on.
The one in Milford?
No, this one right here on Amherst Street.
Oh, okay, yeah. Because I was trying to find someone to buy the one in Milford.
Where's the one in Milford? Right before you get to the inner circle, because
Yeah.
that's a new one.
I know, but Walgreens absorbed them.
Yeah, because
into them.
Walgreens is right down the road.
Yep,
Wow.
and then shut them down.
I don't know what it doesn't seem like a great location. I don't know what you would use for that.
I know. So the one in Milford, I was thinking maybe a Chick-fil-A
Oh,
because
that would be awesome.
they have the drive-through
Yep.
for the pharmacy. But I think there's a gas problem in the one in Milford, which would mean you can't have a restaurant for gas. I need a little bit more.
Because the gas
refreshment.
station is across the street from it.
No, they don't have gas piped in
Oh,
for cooking.
Oh.
If
Yeah, that
if
makes
Chick- so I have to do a
Yeah.
little bit more research on that. Funny you should ask randomized facts that Lisa would know.
Well, today I was 10 years old, so I finally get here.
Yes.
I'm walking across and I hit the light and I see 2 cop cars. I see 2 police officers standing outside, and I see this really animated woman. and
Yes.
she's talking, and as I'm walking by, and I'm like, should I just walk down the next
I
to
did.
the next intersection, or should I go? And I see another guy walking, but I'm like, man, what if she says something like, what if she grabs my purse? What if she? And I was like, man, this is why I stay home. Like, 15 minutes down the road is a very different story. But she's like dancing around. She's like jumping and dancing around and telling the cops that methamphetamine is not a drug.
Of course not. It's a vitamin. We should all be on it.
And she was going to Walgreens. And I was like, that's funny. I was just thinking about Rite Aid. And she was like, because he said, are you going down to the CVS? And I was like, wait, do we have a CVS anymore?
Yeah, right.
Is it just all
Yeah.
Walgreens? But I think there's one in Amherst somewhere right there that's like beside Wendy's. I think that's CVS.
Mm-hmm.
I had to go in there and I was looking for something. Oh, eye drops. Eye drops, you could pick it up for like, a couple of bucks. I went in and I'm like, I wanted some lubricating.
Mm-hmm. Like
Not
for
the gel.
pollen and stuff. Yes.
My eyes with the allergies are so dry. So I look at like cysteine or something like that. I'm looking at it and it's just like this tiny, tiny bottle. It's $17. I'm like, when did eye drops get so expensive?
When
And I'm
did
like-
everything get so
and I'm
expensive?
looking at Visine, and I'm like, I'm like, do they have anything? Because that's got to be a little bit cheaper than that. No, it's like still $10. So I went down to Walmart and I actually got the same cysteine eye drops for like $12. So it's a little bit cheaper, but man,
Yeah.
I was like, that's wrong. That's wrong.
And you want to hear something very upsetting? So I have my knee problem. I'm in Greece, and I am out of Advil because I'm chewing them literally like they're Tic Tacs all day long because I'm walking everywhere and taking the train and all that, and my knee is just brutal. And I run out of Advil. So I go to their pharmacia.
Yeah.
I get so whatever our Advil is like 200 milligrams.
Yeah.
They have 800 milligrams.
Yes.
24 pills was like $2 and something cents.
Yeah.
And I go, can I buy another pack? She goes, how many packs do you want? I'm like, you're going to not limit how many packs I buy? At 800 a pop, so I don't have to swallow 4 pills at a time.
Yes.
I can swallow, which means I swallowed 2 pills at a time.
Yeah.
And I was like, now I can go to bed.
Yeah. Yeah.
$2 for Advil.
I know. So we were in.
And I'm like, this seems unfair because didn't America make Advil?
Yes.
Aren't we responsible for bringing Advil into the world? Why are we being punished by its cost prices?
And we have to ship it overseas to get it there, and it's still $2. But so
amazing.
We were in Mexico, and Chris needed like an antibiotic for something. Like, I don't know if it was an ointment or something. He got like this rash or something. Literally went down to the pharmacy, and I don't know. It was like a few bucks. That, and I think he got some ibuprofen. It was less than $5 for all of it. And I'm like, you can get an antibiotic like without it seeing a doctor.
Yes.
A cream. My mom had
Aruba, you can buy a cough medicine that has the medicine they don't put in anymore because people use it to make some drug.
Yeah.
But they have it. It stops your cough in under 20 minutes.
Yes. Yes.
So I'm like, how many of these can I take through security?
So
I think the answer is 2. I don't know. I took 2. And I'm down 1 after this last cold.
Uh-oh.
But I woke up
to Aruba.
Coughing up a storm, took it, sat down for 20 minutes to calm myself down because once I start coughing, I really elevate my heart rate. And within 20 minutes, not another cough for the next 4 hours.
That's awesome.
I'm like, bring this to the United States. We are sick all the time. Why are we being punished? Because 4 people are making drugs out of anything they can find.
Yes. Well, technically, they lighter fluid and, what's the stuff that they glue? Like, it should definitely be regulated.
Whippets. They're doing
That's what I was like.
taking whipped cream and getting all the whipped cream out and then sniffing the last 5 bits. You guys are dedicated to drug addiction. My goodness gracious.
Right. Yeah, but there's I'm sure it goes on over there, but they're probably like, I don't care. You do.
Well, they smoke cigarettes, so they feel like they don't need drugs.
Right.
They've got They've got nicotine and caffeine. Do they need any more?
Yes. And
what's really
wine.
one thing that I thought recently too, and I posed it to family members who did not find me as amusing as I found me, but I was like, when I was younger, and cocaine was available. Like the late 80s, early 90s, and like people would be like, hey, we got some cocaine, you want to do something in the bathroom? I would be like, absolutely not.
Right.
Like, absolutely not. I was so hyper, call me a hummingbird. I was like more energy than you knew what to do with, barely could sit still with the amount of energy in my body. Yeah. Now I'm sitting on the couch after just having slept. And I'm like, man, I got to get off this couch and get this day going. This is when cocaine would be useful.
Yes, you're right.
Could I get it now?
Not that we're encouraging anybody.
Not that anyone is encouraging cocaine. But I was like, you know what works? Sugar and caffeine.
Yes.
Same thing.
Yes. Well, they technically say an apple, too, has,
okay.
It lifts your energy level up like a cup of coffee would.
Excellent. I'm going to be trying apples in the morning because I need to.
I just get on a cycle like, oh, this is really good. I love the Honey Crisp apples, and I was packing them, taking them, and I'm like,
I think your body either gets used to it or bored by it or something, and then it doesn't taste as flavorful anymore, and then it becomes like, what am I eating?
And I was never thrilled on the texture in the first place, but like a really good juicy apple, it's like, yes, it's good. But then you eat it for like every day for like 3 weeks. You're like,
I've had enough.
I need to put that down.
I'm more of a Granny Smith apple because I don't like the mealiness of 90% of apples.
Yeah. Red Delicious are the worst, I think. Yeah. I actually make a fruit salsa that I use the Golden Delicious.
Mm-hmm.
I use Honey Crisp because I like their crispness. That has the
and
same.
the tart.
If you get it right, it will have like a Granny Smith because I like those. But sometimes they're just a little bit too tart and not enough sweet, and I think that's a Honey Crisp. if you've got to get it just right. It's hard to tell an apple, like...
Right. It's like God's choice. It's like God
Yeah.
rolling the dice. Some of those apples are delicious. The other ones just throw in the trash.
Some are mealy. Like, and some of them are, even in the same batch, like I've picked out, some of them are so dry and others are like literally the juice is like running out of your hand. Not quite like a peach, but man.
So I think it's funny. I don't think I've had a great peach in a couple of years.
I get the nectarines.
Nectarines.
I don't even know why they call them nectarine. It's like a peach without skin, fuzz on it.
Yes.
It's a bald peach. But I like to cut those up. I like to make peach ice cream with those.
Yes. You made really good peach ice cream.
God,
I've had
that
your peach
was
ice
so
cream.
good.
I'm like, when are you making that and when we come to the pool?
I know, we need to do that. As soon as we get some warm weather. I tried to get in it yesterday, and I'm like, oh, I got up to my belly button. And I'm like,
I'm so cold.
it's literally like goosebumps in your hair. It was cold.
See, you're from Virginia. This is when we know a true New Englander, that water is like the warmest ocean water in August is
Yeah.
like half the temperature of your pool.
Chris got into his ankles yesterday, and he's like, well, it's kind of like refreshing river cold.
Yeah.
And
You
I'm
guys
like-
are Southerners.
I'm
That's
like,
when
it's
you
a
like
little bit
Southerners.
warmer. I feel like it's a little bit warmer than that. It doesn't shock you like when you go to Maine. Like if you were,
Doesn't stop your heart.
yes, if you go to Maine right now and put your, your arches don't like constrict. You don't have muscle spasms, shooting up your legs because it's so cold, and you're like, ah. I think my heart just stopped. It's not that cold, but it is cold enough to be like, oh.
Yeah. So when you ask me, like,
So
what are the
many.
random thoughts that go through my head, they're so vast.
Yes.
They're so vast. First of all, it's like, do I have feta cheese? What are we making for dinner? Blah, 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 blah. Like it's starting to run through. Where is that one item that I hid? Like a safety deposit box key or something
Yes.
that I hid, and I have not been able to locate it in more than 6 months.
Yes.
Drive down the street, see a for sale sign. Okay, do I have anybody? Like it
Yeah.
is almost like rabidly divergent,
Yes.
where I think if most people were in my brain, they'd be exhausted at the variety and diversity of linear thought processes
Yes.
that grow through my head. But one thought I have is we have a bike for sale.
Oh, there you go. What kind of bike is it?
It's a Road Glide.
It's the red.
No, we're not selling the red one.
Oh.
We're selling the black one, black and chrome. And I would love for someone to have this bike for Bike Week.
You
Bike-
should put it on our Instagram.
Yeah, I am going to put it on our Instagram. So it's a 2022 Road Glide Special. It has the 114 M8 engine. It's black and chrome. It is stock for the following things. It is tuned with a Power Vision something. You people with motorcycles will
Whatever.
know.
It's stocked with Power Vision.
That's the computer that tells it the engine to run. It is. It has variable pressure clutch plate. Of course, I'm getting a call. It has Reinhardt dual exhaust because the most useless man on the face of the earth is the one that makes Harley exhausts. Original Harley exhausts, because the minute anyone buys them, they take it off and throw it away. His job is like the most useless. No one likes an original Harley pipe or exhaust. So this one has the Reinhardt. It has a Trask vent cover, Olin suspension on the front and rear, Clockworks windshield, 13-inch handlebars, adjustable highway pegs that are Thrashin', I believe, floorboards. Oh, this is what's Thrashin'. Floorboards and foot controls, all by Thrashing Supply, rear crash bar, so if you drop your bike, it doesn't damage it. Front wraparound fender by Avonblock, and rear CVO style fender by Avonblock.
wow.
So it is for sale. It is $21,000. It is available for New Hampshire Bike Week.
nice.
Go to Lisa and Robin on the Mic on either Facebook or Instagram if you need more information, and I'll also post it there. So we have that, and then we have, Dr. Brooke, the chiropractor who came in.
Yes.
Her and her husband, Dr. John, are my chiropractors. I saw them yesterday, and they're having a fun family day block party on Sunday, June 14th from 11 a.m. to 2. They want you to bring the whole family. It's going to be community connections, games, a lot of local businesses and local vendors, There's going to be free raffles, games and prizes. What other fun stuff here? I'm looking at the
Nice.
flyer.
Where is this?
This is going to be the Village Shops of Bedford on June 14th, 11 to 2.
Where are the village shops?
Kind of like where Simply Delicious is
Oh,
in
yeah,
Bedford
yeah,
on
yeah.
Route
So
101.
Yes, yes.
So I'll also post that on our Instagram as well, which will end up going up on Facebook.
Nice,
and
that would
yeah.
be fun.
So that's fun stuff. So I was going to tell you another randomized. What are your notes app?
A lot of my notes app got deleted. And I told you the other day, I said, what did I say? Rattlesnakes and condoms are
Yes,
things that you don't mess with.
Okay, so John's like,
somebody that you want to be stuck in an elevator with.
so one of John loves Thrash and Supply, and it's one of the few motorcycle video I will watch because I can understand them. And they usually go on trips, so they fix up their motorcycles, and then they test the gear on a trip. So they went camping. And so I'm watching 20 minutes of this video, and John's like luring me into, and wouldn't this be so fun, pitching a tent by the side of this majestic river, overlooking these mountains, and I'm almost falling for it, Robin. I'm like, that does look like fun. I could do that, right?
Yes.
Right? 2 seconds in, a spider the size of the biggest man you've ever seen's hand.
Ugh.
Brown, thick.
Oh, no.
You're not slapping it with a shoe. And
No.
it's just walking around. So he picks it up. It goes onto a branch of a tree. He picks it up. It's bigger than this man's hand. And I'm immediately screaming, hotel. We'd go to a hotel. If we showed up to camp and saw that spider, you would never get me to lie on the ground. You would have to make me unconscious to get me to lie on the ground with that spider on the ground with me.
Yeah.
No way.
So we've been watching Survivor.
So then I'm like, see, I
Yes.
don't want to be outdoors. I want to be in a hotel, preferably 5 stars, preferably on a beach.
Could you spend the night outside by yourself?
No.
And especially in a country or a place that you didn't even know.
So I'm not an outdoor at night person.
Right.
Because every mosquito bite is practically malaria for me. Like when we watched Predator, I was like, let's watch Predator. We haven't watched that in a while. We watch it, and I see them like dropping the guys into the jungle. I'm like, I'm getting malaria 10 minutes into this excursion. I am a down man because I will be bitten by so many mosquitoes that my face will be imploded. My body will try to react to it, and I'll just catch malaria immediately.
Well, we watched that show a while back, like winter, like it's I think it's called Alone.
Ugh.
And like you have to live and build a camp, and you got to hunt for your food. And I'm like, on any level does that seem fun? And it's always in cold weather.
And no, when people talk about how difficult it is during this time, I'm like, we have indoor plumbing, we have roofs, we have AC.
Life is already hard enough. Like why would I ever want to prove to myself? I mean, I guess they do win money at the end of it. I don't think we ever watched the whole show, but
I'll go to work.
We've
If
been
I have to
watching-
win money by being naked and alone and afraid in the woods, or if I just have to go to work, Lisa's going to work.
yes,
Put her in some heels, slap on a dress,
You gotta
and get her
prepare
out.
and plan for this. And I'm like, I don't know. Like, I have a hard time composting. Like, I don't know. You'd have to do your research on like food and berries and leaves and I don't know, stuff that you can eat. I'm not interested. But Survivor, we've been watching. Like we laid it down. Like when my kids were little, it was one of the shows that we watched together. Like as we would do pizza. Like we would do some yummy food for kids.
Yeah, and it's a game show.
Watch Survivor, and you watch the dynamics of it, and you like learn how to anyway.
Except me, I'm not interested.
So season 50 just came out, so we've been watching a couple of the back ones. I've been looking like what are the best ones to watch.
Season 50?
Yeah, it's been on for like 30 years now.
Okay, I'm like, how's that possible? Because I'm 54 and I
Well, no,
remember
it's
it coming
been
on.
26. I think it started in 2000.
Oh, and they do 2 a year?
Yeah.
Okay. Ugh, 2 a year.
But then I like you're looking at these people. I'm like, well, it's great for weight loss, but I don't know. Like you would definitely learn to like fish if you didn't like fish. But a lot of these times, and I'm like, I would constantly be working to improve my camp, my bed.
You
where
wouldn't
I
have
sleep.
you wouldn't have the energy or the calories.
I know you say that. I know it in theory because Chris said the same thing, and I'm like, yeah, I would probably have a temper tantrum over eating just dry rice too.
So when John and I first started dating and we would drive and I'd be like, I'm hungry. And he'd go, okay. And then we'd pass a place that we could have eaten. I'd go, I told you I was hungry. He's like, okay, we don't have a half an hour. I'm like, from the time I'm hungry to the time I need to eat, under 15 minutes, so there's some kind of tantrum.
Yeah.
Now you're going to starve me and put me on an island? You know what kind of mood I'm going to be?
Eating mangoes.
I am going to be, whatever my personality is now, the complete
10X it.
opposite, worst. Take the worst of my excesses of any part of my personality, 100-fold them.
Yes.
Add hunger, dirty, and either too cold or too sunburnt. You've got, they would be like, how was there a massacre on this island? She had no tools. She's just taking rocks, clubbing everyone, stealing. Like, I do not want myself in that situation.
You see all the bug bites on their back and like all these scabs. And I'm like, how do they get all these scabs on their knees? I'm like, well, they're all
I can't live without 17 pounds of hydrogen peroxide. In my house, I have anything. John gets like, hey, I think I have a splinter. I'm like, let me go get the hydrogen peroxide. He's like, stop it. It doesn't fix everything. I'm like, it does. It draws stuff out. I'm going to live on an island without hydrogen peroxide and wounds.
Yes.
Wound chance there is huge.
Yes, we watched one where they had one guy had to leave. They took him out of the game because he had like this abscess on his leg. But I'm like, I was just thinking about it. Like, I don't know
Not
that
interested.
I could sleep on bamboo sticks with like no blanket. Like, I couldn't even figure out what my luxury item would be.
Toothbrush.
Well, a toothbrush, but look, then these women raise their hands and you see all this armpit hair.
Again,
And
not
I'm like,
interested.
I don't like to sleep. I don't like to sleep at bed. And if I haven't shaved my legs,
I know.
I don't like my legs touching. And I'm like, ooh.
Anytime, like, for whatever
So,
reason,
like-
like, I'm deathly sick, right? So I'm barely showering, so, I don't shave. And then at night, I feel my legs, and I always think,
Yes.
like the cricket.
Yes. Yes. Yes, because they have their little legs, and I'm like, oh boy.
I'm like, I
Start
can make
chirping over here.
sound with these over here. From the bed. Where's that? Lisa didn't shave today. Absolutely not.
I do every day. I shave every day.
What about my nails?
Yes.
My nails aren't done.
Oh my gosh, you see them and they're all like dirt underneath them, and I'm like, you see them picking their teeth with like little pieces of bamboo and stuff like that. So, as much as I am about oral hygiene, like I feel like I could pick my teeth and keep the plaque and like I don't know, rinse with salt water, do whatever you needed to do. Like I don't know that toothbrush, as much as I am an advocate for. I was a dental assistant. Well, so are you.
Yeah.
Like, but teeth are important.
We were inside people's mouths going, this is nasty.
Yes.
I'm not having this.
Yes.
When I first dated John, I was like, open your mouth. And I'm like, inside his mouth. I'm like, okay.
Well, I have my old dental cleaning tools.
Aunt Mary was a hygienist.
Yeah.
So when I'm like open, he's like, like because he
Yes.
used to be her, guinea pig.
Yes.
So he was perfect. And he didn't even like bat an eyelash that I'm like inside, like, let me see what's going on in here.
Yes.
All right.
Well, I used to clean my kids' teeth at home. Like they would lay on the bed and I the pillow when they were little, I'd clean their teeth. But you just run them through the dishwasher. But the other night I was like, I'm going to go upstairs and take a shower. And like 15 minutes later, Chris comes upstairs and he's like, have you gotten in the shower yet? I'm like, no. And he's like, what are you doing? Because I have the magnifying glass all tilted down and I've got my flashlight. I need like a headlamp. I've got my flashlight for my phone like this and I'm down like cleaning on the inside of my lower. And he's like, are you doing a cleaning? And I'm like, yes.
I'll do a cleaning by your pool.
Yes.
It was really funny because when you work in an area long enough, you're like, I can kind of figure certain things out. And everyone used to say, you should go to hygienist school. You've been working here so long, because I started working at a dentist office at 16.
Yeah.
And I was supposed to be filing. And I told you the story.
Yeah.
And now I'm in the back of the chair.
Yes.
And I'm half agoraphobe.
Yeah, I thought I was too. Like I didn't think I could handle blood or purulence.
Yeah, so my whole thing is smells.
Yes.
Right? So I wore a mask before it was fashionable to wear a mask, and he didn't want to pay, and I used to double glove.
Yeah, I didn't double glove. But
I did because one time something catches, and I'm like freaked out because I could almost not go to a hotel because I'm like, what do people do in these rooms? There's
Yes.
other people's bodily fluids everywhere. Spit,
Well,
a-
I don't
anything.
think, I don't
So
think
I
that
could
they
gross
wash the
mys-
comforters every,
Yeah, so I
think
could
the
get
sheets,
totally
but-
grossed out. So that job was not something I chose as much as I was 16 and didn't know how to say, you hired me for
Yeah.
filing. And I have got my hands in the inside of someone's mouth, right?
Yeah.
And then what I did say was, I need $2 more, is what I
Yes.
said. And then I just ratcheted it up. I think I was making $12.17, no weekend work. I was like, so then I was like, all right, I can do this for this amount of money.
The thing, yes, because most dentists will work a 4-day week. I don't know if they still do, but I think, well, ours
We used
does.
to work 5 and then 1 late night. So Tuesday nights was late.
Oh, no, we 4 nights,
Yeah.
4 days, Monday through Thursday.
Yeah. So
Thursday was always our Friday night.
but I remember being so disgusted that I became to the point that my hygienist used to be like, you're literally brushing your gums away from your teeth. You're literally brushing off your enamel. Stop it. Because
Yes.
I was so freaked out by how filthy some people's teeth were.
Oh, yeah.
And were you able to understand people? Were you one of the ones that talked to people and then understood them when your hands were in their mouth?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So it's
For
so
the most part.
yeah, because it's so
yes.
funny because I would say, like, I'd ask a question, then start working, and then they'd be like, and I'm like, now I can understand you. And we would just go about,
Keep on going.
keep on going, we're here.
So the dentist I worked for, like, I was convinced by the time I left, I still probably could do it. I think I could prep a tooth, probably not correctly to the, to the direct, but I could definitely think that I could do sealants. Like, I mean, I did do sealants, but like, I think I could drill. If you had to drill out just a little bit of a pit, I could do that. But we did all the impressions. We built
Yep.
all the molds.
I did all the
We
impressions.
did all the temporary crowns,
Yep.
and we would fit, like, if he's going to go and do, I forgot the little rope that you go in and pack
Mhm.
when you going to do a build up. I'd get all the build up stuff together, and I would check the bite.
Mhm.
We just couldn't, we did everything but the
Drill.
drill.
Yeah.
And we would do a little bit of cleanings. A lot of times, sometimes if there's a little bit of composite was still on the tooth, we would clean it off, and I could polish,
So my mother came in one time because she didn't like how hard they would press on certain, she was very touch sensitive. So, like, one day she came in at the end of work, and I put her in the chair, and I cleaned her teeth.
Yeah.
Because I knew she couldn't, she was like, because you know how they grab you and do whatever? My mother didn't like that grab.
Yeah.
So I would have to, like, as best as possible, not press on too much while I would do it, but
Yeah.
I would get her cleaned. And I would totally clean her teeth
Oh, yeah.
tomorrow. And you could clean mine. I'd be fine.
Yeah. Like-
because I trust you. You know what you're doing. I figure you know what you're doing.
I wish they would just sell the pumice paste, the
Yes.
stone at home, and, like, I have instead of having, like, well, I don't think you can't do the speed on a Dremel, but
Right.
but they have these little nail they
Yes.
have the automatic, and I'm like, I think that would be the right speed if you just got, like, a
The
polishing
lowest. Yeah.
cup
Yep.
and do the just the little rubber tip. I'm like, I could do that.
I love right after a cleaning, like when you rub your,
Yes.
it's like, oh, my mouth feels so good.
Yes. Yes. Because, like, we've said it for years, and now that my daughter's in dental school, but she's always, and he's like, what's the first thing that you notice? And I'm like, teeth. I mean, you spend so much time looking at teeth. And so, again, go back to Survivor. There's this one lady. Her teeth are so short on the top. He's like, is that dentures? And I'm like, no, that's grinding.
Oh, yeah. She's
Like,
grinding
you
it
just
off.
wear it down. And I'm like, I've said, do you want to see a picture of what it looks like when they open their mouth? Because it looks like little tree stumps when
Yes.
because you can see all the layers of the enamel down to the dentin. And he's like, no. Because every time he's like, I know this grosses you out. And I'm like, one of the grossest things when I first started is, like, when you do an extraction and you pull, like, the pulp out, like the little root tip, and it's like this little ball of tissue on the end of it. And you're like, "Ugh."
Yeah.
That one was kind of gross. But
One time, this guy came in. My dentist was starting to do volunteer work where he would do work for free
yep.
to people who have never had dental care, usually not from this country.
Oh, yeah.
No, like, dental hygiene is part of their entire life. It was like a shark when they have the 7 layers of teeth.
Oh, yeah. The plaque, though, it's like a wall of plaque.
It's a wall of plaque, so much so that it looked like he had 3 rows of teeth.
Yeah.
The plaque in the front, the actual tooth, and the plaque in the back. And we had to drill it off because there was no way
Yeah.
to get it off. And it was flying. And I thought I was going to pass
Yes.
out. I had eyewear on, mask on, 2 sets of gloves on, and the smell
Oh yeah.
through that I told him, like, I have to leave. And he's like, I need you suctioning. And I'm like, then we need to break every 15 minutes because the smell, I would either get, I'm a wicked gagger.
Mm-hmm.
And the smell, we were like releasing the smell like spores of a mushroom.
Oh, yeah,
I was like, I'm going down. I'm going to go down.
And if you've never smelled it, like, it's one thing to get like a smell
And
hot
I told
tooth.
him, if you ever do this again, you got to get another dental assistant.
Yeah.
I'm not doing this.
Oh, yeah.
And then that ended that because I refused to. I was like, look,
We used to put the topical gel in our mask, so you could kind of smell that. But it doesn't now. Now it smells like tropical,
vomit.
Tropical rot.
Take vomit.
Well,
make it hot. Add rot.
I think one of the worst smells is a rotting crown. And like even when that starts, you can smell it when somebody gets too close to you. And Chris is like, "What is that smell?" I'm like, "That's rotting crown."
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "That's so gross." And I'm like, "It is gross, but what else do you want me to call it?" It's like there is food trapped underneath that crown. That is where that's coming from.
Mm-hmm.
That is gross. But when you start drilling that off and you heat it up,
That's what I mean. Like
Yes.
I'm almost an agoraphobe.
yeah.
And that I did that job is such a testament
There were a couple of times that I
to
got
mind
that,
over matter.
and there's a couple of times I got that like clammy
I'm gonna vomit.
sweat that come up like I might pass out. The first time you see something, and I worked for a periodontist, so like tori's are bony growths. It's calcium for our listening audience that they're not like, I got to turn this off.
Right. We're gonna stop talking about the teeth, the disgusting teeth thing in a second.
Right.
But brush and floss.
Right.
Brush and floss.
Yes. Flossers,
Flossers. Fine.
flossers. I keep them everywhere, in my purse, in my car, in the.
We should be sponsored by a dentist because we could get people in the dentist office. Right now, people are
Yes.
calling their dentist.
Yes.
They're like, "When was the last time?"
Or
We should
there's a
get
lot of people, there's a lot of people that hate dentists. There's a lot of people that have more fear of dentists than they do.
It's the sound of the drill. So when people would say I'd hate the dentist, I'm like, I made the dentist buy headphones. We would put them on people.
Yeah.
And put on what music do you like? We'd put on the thing, put it on, and 90% of it is the sound of drilling your teeth. It's a perfectly normal response to someone.
But you're also in a very vulnerable state.
Yeah.
The way when you're laid back, when you're laid back, and it's always it's always comes from like some bad experience. Novocaine wasn't correct. It was a bad childhood. Trauma. Chris and I. It's funny. We grew up in the same town. As kids, and I literally think we had one dentist because everybody that we know went to Dr. Golden. He's probably like 50 years in the grave by now, 30 years in the grave. But everybody had amalgam fillings. Like there's no way that people could have. And to this day, I have not had a filling. I have not had a filling since. I've not had a cavity since I left Virginia.
So it's funny. I didn't have so when I was a kid, ate tons of sugar, right?
I think it's
You
just
go to the
money.
dentist. They would give you lollipops as you left.
Yes. Yes. We didn't. We had sugarless gum.
Oh, no. They gave us lollipops, and my mother was like, this is some kind of scam.
Yes.
And I remember the dentist saying you can't eat sugar because this is what's happening to your teeth.
Right. Here's a lollipop.
And
I'll
here's
see
a
you-
lollipop.
I'll
See you in 6 months.
months.
And so it was, then I got my regular teeth, because you first you have your baby teeth, and then you have your regular teeth. And then I went to the dentist. I have not, so when I worked at the dentist, I think the last filling I had was at 14.
Yeah. And isn't that funny how when you left, I've had some replaced.
It's because I was young and wasn't brushing
But I also think it was a
appropriately,
little bit, well, at least for our experience, I think it was a little bit of racket because Chris hasn't had any fillings either. And neither has my sister, neither has my mom. Like, nobody's had any. It's always refixing something that he did. I'm like, what a way to great mountain. You got a cavity. How else do I know that I have a cavity? If you don't really see it,
Right.
And I'm like,
Usually you feel it,
Interesting.
like something feels odd or something.
but you wouldn't, never in my life.
So it's really interesting. John had a dentist who used to seal your teeth so stuff couldn't get at them as well.
Yeah.
And it was fantastic, but my dentist just wouldn't seal teeth. And I'm
Yeah.
like, you know why? Because it would prevent cavities.
See, we did it, and I would do sealants on. I would do sealants sometimes if we were slow or the hygiene was really busy and the dentist didn't have an appointment or something, or he was waiting for somebody to get numb. I would go and do sealants for somebody, in and out. So my kids grew up the minute they had teeth come up.
Mm-hmm.
We had sealants on them.
Yeah.
Because what is it?
It's a little protective. It's like a
does it hurt?
protective wax coating on your car,
Yeah.
right? It's just preventing. It's just giving a layer for stuff to slough off or
Yeah.
not penetrate so
Well, it's
greatly.
in the molars where it can, food can get trapped in there. But yeah. What a weird conversation.
We're so sorry. We are
Go
so
see your
sorry.
dentist.
Yeah, make an
Dentists are
appointment
important.
today.
But well, I mean, we will change the subject. But bad oral health leads to so many different problems, heart problems. I don't know if it was linked to diabetes and stuff, but you can have so many health problems linked to poor oral hygiene.
Yes, absolutely.
So go see your
And
dentist.
you can eliminate 90% of dental costs
Yes,
by just really
maintenance.
Really, it was funny because I had, say, health insurance at whatever 28, whatever year I stopped, not health insurance, dental insurance. And so I didn't go to the dentist again until right before I got braces, because I got braces at 33. So, I go in, and he's like, you have a little bit of plaque build up on the bottom teeth in the back. And I was like, yeah. And he said something. They go, yeah, I haven't had a professional cleaning in not a decade,
Yeah.
but whatever and he goes, oh my God, don't tell people that. He goes, because people's mouths don't look like this.
Yeah,
And it's like, I know, I worked at a dentist office. You go, oh, okay, that makes sense.
yeah,
Because, you start getting weird,
yeah.
anally retentive.
Yes. It is, because the more you educate yourself on it, like we had a chart. We had a chart one time in there. It was talking about like pH levels, like acidity.
Yep.
Like Mountain Dew is literally like antifreeze.
So is
Like the level.
Coca-Cola.
Yeah. But Mountain Dew was higher than Coke. But
That's amazing.
and it was just, wow. And sometimes, teenagers and boys and stuff like that would come in and, they're like, I don't know, I don't take care of it. I'm like, they're in the age where you like girls. Like, do you think that if you smile that a girl's going to want to kiss you? And immediately they're like,
Right. What I think is really funny is the difference of hygiene today compared to when we were a teenager. We were all showered, buffed, plucked, shaved, waxed.
yes. Now it's popular to
Coiffed.
grow your beard down to your navel
Right.
and leave it unkempt.
Right. Have birds flying in it.
It's one thing if it's like kind of trimmed, but like when you've got like a little scraggle piece here and a scraggle piece over there, and it's like you just look like a mountain man, like
Yeah.
a wild.
Yeah. And I know,
see how
but
that's-
even just like the regular hygiene, like I go places and smell people.
Oh my God. Oof.
Axe body spray isn't doing it for you.
Right.
So when they
Take
talk
that
about
and it doesn't mask the body odor, but
Adds to it.
also one of the smells I cannot stand is dirty hair.
Yeah.
It's that greasy, dirty hair smell, and like somebody walks by you and I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
So, but I do think it's interesting. When we were teenagers, we went to the gym. We showered 19 times a day. We were always getting yelled at by how many times our parents we were
Yes.
showering.
Why are
They
you taking
felt
so
like
long in the bathroom?
you do not want to know what we're doing in here. We are plucking and waxing and. But it was just like we were, like yuppie,
I just think the focus,
crimpy, or so, we just had a different level where now.
everybody came putting your best foot forward.
Right.
I think our parents taught us that, you wear certain things when you go out in public. You wear this, you don't do that. And we always had, I heard somebody say it the other day, when you get home, our author, Mary,
Yep.
you'd come home from school and you would change out of your good clothes, your school clothes. So we would always change out. My mom always said, change out of your good clothes. Rarely did I, but
I had a uniform.
but I do now most of the time.
Yeah. I know the other day I was cooking in my like work outfit, and I'm like, why am I splattering with this
Right.
oil? I should change.
I know I'm a mess. Like, I'm gonna and literally the day I didn't, I made a red sauce, and actually was going to pour it into a container, and of course now I've got like all these little red spots on my shirt, and I was like, daggone it, I can't wear white.
No one can wear white.
I just so
No one
I
can.
heard my
wear
daughter say it the other day, and I was like, I know. If you're going to eat red sauce, you know if you're going to do something dirty, don't wear white.
I was
But
just gonna say, I will literally rearrange. Like, if I wanted a meatball sub, it could be. Well, it depends on what I'm wearing.
yeah, meatball sub sounds good.
I know. I was really the other day. I was like, I could really go for a meatball sub. So it's been in my mind as a little tickler ever since.
Oh,
A really good meatball sub too.
now you've planted it. So the pizza
It's better
barn,
than seeds of doubt.
that is
I
true.
am planting food ideas.
Yes.
It's better than seeds of doubt.
The there's a pizza barn in Peterborough, and then there's a pizza place up in Colby Sawyer, exit 9, up north. I'm trying to think. Exit
Concord?
11. No, where's Colby Sawyer College?
I have no idea.
How do I forget it? How do I didn't think
I was gonna say,
town.
for me to start working,
It's up
we need
before you
start
get to
snapping.
Grantham. It's like exit 11 off of 93. Anyway, they have a great pizza.
13 is 13, 14, and 15 are Concord.
I know it.
Bow.
No, way further than that. Now I got to look it up.
Sorry, everyone.
I know.
I mean, just shout it out when you know.
So, New London, New Hampshire. They have meatball subs where
I
they
wasn't
slice they slice them, and they're like square. The meatballs are like these square rectangles. They're thin, and the sauce on them, they are so good, so good. It's almost when they do it, it's almost got like this little crispy crunch around the edge of it. That my mouth is watering right now. Like I love those, and I'm like, I went on this whole quest a while back to like flat meatball subs. Like, where do you see like flat meatball subs? And I'm like, I'm not driving to Peterborough. I mean, when we were driving down to Jaffrey all the time for golfing, they're never open anymore. So I'm like, they're open like maybe a few hours on the weekend at weird times, and I'm like, this would be like a great lunch spot because nobody has them. I need it. Now I have to drive up to New London.
Are you you can make a meatloaf, slice it.
I've tried it. It's just not the same.
I know, I don't think it's the same either, but
I've tried it, and I've tried to I've sliced it, I've cooked it, and then I've sliced it, and then I put it back in the oven to try to get that crispy, try to get that crispy crust layer kind of on the whole thing.
I think meatballs are such a challenge because I don't like hard meatballs.
And I don't think that people realize that the more that you knead your meat,
The tougher you're making it.
you're tougher you're making it. But
That's like same thing with dough too.
yes.
You've got to work it to the proper amount, and too much is not better.
Yes.
Too much starts working it in the other direction.
Well, at least with the dough, you can let it rise. Again, you can let it rest for a while, but I still think that you don't get it back to
the
original like letting it
softness.
fluffy. So the last time I made deep dish pizzas, I took my dough out hours ahead of time to get it room temp and let it fluff out, and then I would just gradually, kind of like they do at the pizza place, they kind of just toss it a little bit. They're not really kneading it, so I'm kind of just tossing it, and I let it expand, and then I let it do that. I let it rest again, and then I kind of go back and do it, and we've got thick crust. And I was
Nice.
like, gosh,
I'm not a thick crust girl.
I'm not either, but every once in a while, and I like pizza when you have more sauce to cheese ratio.
I'm the opposite. I like more cheese than sauce. So you and John are the same.
I don't like when they just it's like they brush the sauce on with a pastry brush and that you can't taste any of the sauce.
Mm-hmm.
Like I like to be like right at the crust. I like that little lip of sauce on the edge of it.
Mm-hmm.
I am a little bit sauce heavy.
Yeah, and I'm not, because I think it makes the dough too wet, and then it flops too much.
Yeah.
A perfect slice, the tip drops, and you can
Yeah.
hold it
Yeah.
up as a
Yes.
slice,
Yes.
and you've got 90%, and then all of a sudden that last little 10% will go down.
It just tips down.
Yeah, just tip
Yes.
down.
I think the point is the best bite.
I'm that crust and coming to the cheese. I could almost eat my pizza.
The back
Back
backward. Yes.
first.
My son used to do that when he
Yeah.
was little. But I'm not. Well, it depends on the crust, but usually by the time you get down to the crust, there's no sauce left or anything. So I will either dip it in,
Uh-huh.
like if I have salad, I'll try to dip it in a little bit of my dressing that's left.
I'm like a seagull. I could eat all your crusts. I'm like like a seagull. Oh, just throw it in my mouth. I'll eat the crust because I like bread so much.
Yeah.
You know, and I
like
don't need
it, but I'm
anything on
like,
my bread.
I want to have another slice, so I will eat this and I'll leave my crust. But
Yeah.
sometimes,
And
you
like
know,
a seagull, I'll come in and squawk them up.
if it's a good crust, then I will eat it. But I'm usually a dipper, so I will dip it in like Italian dressing or Thousand Island dressing, or even French dressing.
I really like Thousand Island dressing.
I do too. Chris thought that was so weird. Like we'd have pizza and movie nights, and I we have little dipping sauce bowls for Thousand Islands. He's like, that is so gross. I'm like, you should try it. Just like Cholula on eggs.
Right.
Once you do it, you never go back.
What did I have on eggs recently? I forget.
I've been making deconstructed omelets. I'll take sausage. Last time I did put a little bit of bacon in it. Green onions, peppers, and I'll kind of saute them in the pan, and then I do the scrambled eggs, and then I chop up the sausage, and then I'll put a little bit of feta, or if I don't have feta, I'll do a little bit of Parmesan, a little tiny bit of mozzarella, and some cheddar cheese, and I'll do that, and that's good in like a burrito, or like even serving it over like hash browns.
Do you then fry your burrito afterwards?
Yes.
In a little bit of the butter so it
Yes.
sticks and crisps up?
Yes. But fresh salsa on scrambled eggs, just like that. Chris likes pancakes, so a lot of times I'll do that instead of a burrito.
Mm-hmm.
Got a good recipe for pancakes. I put sugar in mine. I put sugar, lemon juice, vanilla, baking powder. Trying to think what else I put in it.
Flour. Egg.
Yeah, I do. I think
Milk?
it's 3 eggs. I'll do milk, but sometimes if I don't have enough milk, because we're not big milk drinkers. So if I have it, I do a lot. Some other times, I'll take my creamer because I get the sweet Italian cream.
Yep.
I will mix that with a little bit of water to dilute it, but it gives you that little bit of sweetness. It is literally like eating cake.
Well, that's the way a good pancake should be.
Yes.
I have milk in my tea, so I always have milk in my house. Whole milk.
Yeah. We've gotten whole milk, but we don't. Neither one of us drink it, so the kids will drink it. So Jonah will get milk sometimes, and he'll have it. So I'm like, oh, can I go steal some of his? Because I only need like a cup.
Right. No, what is something you always have in your fridge?
Soda.
Okay.
Cheese.
Eggs.
Oh yes, eggs, bacon, cheese.
Milk.
Yes, and deli meat, like usually, and vegetables. I always have always cucumbers. I always have the sweet butter, lettuce, staples, but mostly
Butter.
cheese, olives.
You're listening to Lisa and Robin on the mic on WSMN 1590 AM, 95.3 FM. You can watch, stream, and listen on WSMN.live. We will be back after the top of the hour. We're going to do Throwback Thursday. I posted some photos from the 90s of Robin on our Instagram story, so we're going to do a little throwback when we get back.
Yes.
Stay tuned.